Hey guys, it's Kayla and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to talk about what post-grad life is really like. It's been 2 years since I graduated college and I feel like I finally have this post-grad thing kind of down, so I wanted to answer some of your guys' questions. Just a little bit about me before we hop into these questions. My name is Kayla and I work as a social media manager at a PR agency. I'm originally from Northern California, right outside of San Francisco, and I came down to San Diego for college, where I graduated with a degree in journalism and media studies with an emphasis in public relations from San Diego State University. That's just a little brief intro about me, and now let's hop into these questions. The first question is, what has been the best thing since graduating? I have two answers to this. The first one is definitely Rosie. If you don't know, I have a little terrier blue heeler mixed puppy and she is the cutest thing ever. Ryan and I talked about getting a dog for like the last 2 years of college, but we knew it wasn't really reasonable or feasible to get a dog during college. So pretty much right after graduation, we got a dog. It was like a month and a half after we graduated. We knew we wanted a puppy and she has been the best thing ever. I love her so much. She's so cute. She loves the beach. She has definitely been probably the best thing since graduating. And the other best thing I think is just where we live. Obviously we have not been able to take full advantage of where we live because of the pandemic, but we live just in a really great location. The area is really, really nice. We are really central to a lot of things in San Diego. We live like 5 minutes from the beach. So I just really like where we live and we're going to be living here for another year. So hopefully in this next year we can take a little bit more advantage of everything that's around us. The next question is, how long did it take you to find a job at post-grad? It did take me about 5 months to find a job, and I feel like honestly I'm really lucky that it only took 5 months. I feel like for some people it takes much longer. Obviously there are a handful of people who find a job right away, but it is so normal to not have a job lined up after graduation, to take several months if not a year to find a job. The job market is tough for new grads, especially before COVID. I can't even imagine what it is like now, so just be patient with yourself and know it takes time. I'm so glad that I really love my job and what I'm doing every day, but it takes a while to find that right position, to find what you want to be doing and a position that's good for you. So just be patient with yourself all around when it comes to finding a job, your first job, all of that. It is normal to feel like you have no idea what's going on. Everyone feels like that, don't worry. The next question is, did you ever feel the post-college blues? I definitely feel them still to this day. It's 2 years post-grad and I still feel them. I feel like right now, especially it's graduation week at SDSU, so I'm definitely feeling it now, seeing like some of my other friends graduating and realizing that chapter is like truly done. I feel like everyone feels the post-college blues to some extent. Yes, I'm so glad to be done with school, but I just miss like living with all my friends, seeing everyone all the time, and just being able to have so much fun. Like, yes, you can still have so much fun post-grad and like live your best life, but there are much more responsibilities when you are post-grad than when you are in college. It wasn't until fall when it really hit me, because that's when I would have been starting classes again, and that's when I think it really hit me like, oh, you are done with school, you never have to do it again. I feel like you graduate and then you go into summer and it just feels like summer. It doesn't really feel like you are right out of college, especially if you don't have a job yet. And so it definitely hit me hardest in fall when I was like, oh, I still don't have a job and I'm not doing classes. What am I doing with my life? So just know that it's normal to experience post-college blues, and it's normal to still feel them and have it come in waves throughout different parts of your life after graduation. The next question is tips for getting over that what to do after college feeling. I feel like I answered this a little bit already, but just realize that no one has it all figured out. Like, even the people who look most put together probably don't have it figured out either. Social media is great for so many different reasons, but it also lets us put a filter, lets us put up our best selves online, and it's really easy to compare yourself to everyone and who has the best job, who has the best apartment or house. It's so normal to compare yourself to everything that you're seeing, to your friends, to different people you went to college with, to high school with, but just realize that no one has it all figured out, even if it seems like they do. And it's also okay to not have it all figured out right after college. You can take your time to figure out what direction you want to go. You can change your mind about what career path you want to go on. Totally normal, totally okay. No one has it all figured out. You just gotta kind of go with the flow, let yourself figure it out as time goes on. The next question is, do you have any advice for college freshmen? My answer is gonna be a little confusing because they pretty much directly contradict with each other, but it will make sense, I promise. On one hand, you should savor every moment of college. You need to be in the present, live your best life in college, do all the things. Just savor every moment you have, because college is an experience unlike any other and you will never get that time back. So truly savor every moment, hold it near and dear to your heart and enjoy every moment. But also, on the other hand, realize that many of those moments will not matter 5, 10, 20 years from now. All the drama, all the stress of college, none of it is gonna matter, or none of it's gonna really seem important after college. So just like take everything with a grain of salt, but also savor it. Does that make any sense? For me, I just wish I didn't stress so much about the little things, about that grade, about that friendship, like everything. There's just no reason to stress so much. But then also I wish that I just like savored the memories more, especially senior year. Like I just miss it so much and like miss being with my friends all the time and all these things. So savor every moment, but also take everything with a grain of salt and realize that a lot of it's not going to matter or not going to seem as important a few years from now. The next question is, are you still friends with your college friends or did you drift apart? I would say that I'm pretty much still friends with everyone that I went to college. It helps that we live with one of our college friends and I just see a lot of them all the time. It's definitely been a lot harder with COVID because we haven't seen everyone face to face as much as we would have. And I'm also just really bad at keeping up with people via text message and phone calls and stuff like that. I really need to be better about it, but I would say I'm still friends with everyone. There's really not anyone that I'm not friends with. Now that things are getting back to normal in California, I'm seeing a lot of my friends a lot more, which is so nice. I went to dinner with some of my girlfriends from college and that was really nice. A lot of our friends are visiting for Memorial Day weekend because this past week was graduation and it's like the first long weekend since COVID has gotten a lot better in California. So it's going to be a really fun weekend, seeing a lot of my college friends. And while I might not text or call any of them all the time, I feel like all of my college friends are people I could hit up and hang out with whenever, and it wouldn't feel like that has changed at all, if that makes sense. The next question is, has post-grad life been everything you kind of hoped for or expected? Well, I would say that no one expected a global pandemic, which made it much harder to be a new grad. I did have a solid like 9 months of a regular post-grad life, but like I said, it took me 5 months to find a job. So I feel like I only had 4 solid months of like working as a new grad in a normal world. So I don't know how to best answer this. I would say now that things are opening again and we are like hanging out with friends and doing fun things, it feels a lot more what I expected it to be now. Balancing work and a social life and my hobbies and everything, it feels a lot more like what I expected it now and kind of what I hoped for, like being able to see friends, going to bars on the weekend, hanging out. It's a lot more what I expected it to be now that things are opening. I feel like my take would probably be pretty different if we didn't have a pandemic for the last year and however many months, because I might be kind of over the like going out party scene, but now I'm not really over it because we kind of missed out on a lot of that like first post-grad experience. I feel like I have a lot of young post-grad living life still to experience, and maybe in a year or two I'll feel like kind of over that and be more ready to like settle down. Not that I'm not settled, but just like not so much as like going out and having fun. But since we've missed that for the last year, I definitely want to enjoy that time still and not feel like I need to rush into the next stage of anything. The next question is, what part of your life is most different since college? Really, I think the only main one is that I'm not doing schoolwork. I feel like my life on one hand feels totally different, but on the other hand, it feels really much the same. I'm doing a lot of the same things. Instead of going to school and working, I'm just working full time, if that makes sense. I'm still seeing and hanging out with my friends a lot, especially now that COVID is over. I'm still doing YouTube. I'm still reading and doing all the hobbies that I love. Really, the main difference is that I am not doing schoolwork. And I'm a little bit of a weirdo and kind of miss school sometimes and like doing actual schoolwork, but for the most part, I'm very much glad to be done with that. And I think with the schoolwork, I'm just doing a lot less writing. I was doing so much writing during college, during my major, but now that that is done with, I don't really write anymore, but that might be something that's coming back. I might be working on a thing. I don't know. We'll see what comes out of it, but I definitely want to get back more into writing. I feel like that's one thing that I've really been missing or is different since college. The next question is, do you have work anxiety and how to deal with it? I do think I have some work anxiety. I don't think it is as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think I just have kind of generalized anxiety, so not any of it is too specific to work. I do stress out about the clients that I'm the lead on a lot more than my normal clients, and I think for me the best way is to just be ahead on my work. When I'm ahead on it, at least I have time to make sure I go over it with the clients and to make sure they're happy instead of doing it very last minute and feeling rushed. I really try and stay ahead as possible on my work, and that relieves so much of my work anxiety and stress. Staying ahead just really helps me so much because on the one hand, I don't have to stress about doing everything like right that minute because it's already done ahead, and also I can make sure that I'm putting my best work forward because I have the time and energy to put into it. I don't know if I really answered the question. I would say just like get ahead on your work, stay ahead on your work, and just be very prepared, and always don't hesitate to ask people questions or ask for help when needed. It's really easy to feel like you have to do everything yourself and handle everything yourself, but you most likely have a team of people there to support you and help you at work, so you should ask for it when needed. The last question is, will you stay with your job long term? Long term in the future, my plan would definitely be to work for myself, so no, I would not say I'm going to stay there there long term. But for now, I'm really happy with the work that I'm doing and where I'm at. So I don't really have plans on leaving right away, but you never know. I'm always open to new opportunities and things that come my way. So I'm not gonna say no, but I don't have any plans to leave currently, and I'm really loving what I'm doing, where I'm at. Those are all the questions I had about post-grad life, my post-grad experience. I hope this video is helpful if you are a new grad trying to figure life out. Don't worry, you are not alone. Everyone is figuring it out as they go, winging it, as I like to say. Focus on you, do the best that you can, and it will all work out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. That really supports my channel and it helps my channel grow. And of course, if you're new, don't forget to stick around and subscribe for work vlogs, post-grad life, all the things. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one.